My name is Pamela Parks. I teach Spanish, French, and Japanese out here in the beautiful Pacific Northwest at a high school named Cedar Crest. What drew me to Duolingo to begin with is the fact that it's so game-like. You know, as students walk in my door on day one, they're like, this is language class, it's gonna be so hard. And so for me to lower this voice in their head that says, oh, this is too hard for me, I can't do it, the best way is to play games. And when the students are having fun, they're not thinking about learning, they're not thinking about, oh wait, do I need to match the adjective to the noun? They're just trying to win the game. And I know that they are getting a quality education that I have control over because of Duolingo for Schools, and I have knowledge of what it is because of Duolingo for Schools. Pause au printemps. Pause au printemps. Il ne va pas. Techniques that Duolingo employs that helps me tremendously in the classroom. Item number one is spaced repetition. We know from brain research how important it is to have that spaced repetition. That is, you learn something and then it starts to fade from memory and then you look at it again and then it starts to fade from memory and you look at it again. That is really, really crucial. Having comprehensible input is also very important in language learning. You'll learn faster if you learn words connected to each other. So the Duolingo stories give us that comprehensible input. It's going to make my students go light years ahead, the more stories I can get them to read. Before Duolingo, I had a workbook that came with my textbook, and I felt compelled to use it, even though some of the parts of it were really boring. When I got braver as a teacher and braver with Duolingo, I decided, you know what? I would much rather have the students going home and playing a game than doing the workbook. So eventually I threw the workbook out, and frankly, grading Duolingo is much easier than grading a workbook. One of the things I love about Duolingo is adaptive. The student gets something wrong, they have to keep doing it until they get it right. Previously with the workbook, the students would turn it into me and I would grade it as fast as I could because I know that the next important thing is that the students get feedback as close as possible to when they've actually done it. Well, Duolingo's doing all that part for me now. So Duolingo tells them, I'm sorry, it's wrong, try again. The student tries again, it gets deeper into their long-term memory. It might have taken them 7 minutes instead of 3 minutes. They got it. This might have taken them 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. It doesn't matter, as long as they got it in the end, I know they got 100% on it. The Duolingo Educator Network is hands down the absolute best professional learning community I belong to. It's just wonderful to be able to bounce ideas off of people all over the world. I'll post an idea for, hey, I'm thinking of trying this. It just makes whatever we all come up with such more robust in the classroom. I'll end by saying that there are other language learning apps out there, and I have dabbled in all of them. But Duolingo is the one that gives me the most support as an educator. Duolingo is the one that allows a platform for me to meet other teachers around the world. Duolingo is the one that allows me to track my students. Duolingo is the one that allows me to push assignments out to my students. Duolingo is the one that makes it the most fun for my students so that they want to keep coming back to it and they want to keep using it.
Konnichiwa.